Alright, I'm going to do a live test of my lava mod. I do not know what the results are going to be, but hopefully they work out pretty well. We shall see. Basically, this is the lava biome. It has lava patches, all sorts of cool stuff. Mountains over there. There's a volcano. I think that's it over there. Anyway, though, you see these are the lava patches where it's kind of cooled. One thing you'll see, and this definitely needs to be fixed, this render face over here. This should be like an animated lava block rather than these weird stripes. But let's see here. What's cool, and again, the graphics will change on this, is it does actually flow because really is a liquid. And what's even cooler is, let's wait for it. Wait for it. Is it going to happen? Yes. So it's basically cooling into these terrain blocks, the ones that you see right here, right? So basically exposed lava will get cooled into this terrain block right here. Kind of ugly on the side. Again, that's more of a graphic thing. But when we come over to an actual pool of lava, we get this nice lava terrain. And you can see it kind of all swirls, not only the underneath texture, but the bottom one too. You can actually go into it because it is, in fact, a liquid. Whee, I'm swimming. Well, not really swimming, but you can see. It's going to be instant death, though, for sure. But you can see it also hardens, and I didn't get a chance to let it show the hardening process there, and it looks like I still got to catch a corner over here. But we'll just do that and see what happens. Wait for it. And these little weird corners and stuff like that, trying to get that resolved is actually more problematic than you would think because these liquid by default is a cube. That's how it starts and then it flows. And since I can't use the actual water geometry for a second liquid, I'm kind of stuck with what I got. But I'm going to try to use some shader magic to make it prettier. Still a little bit of a weird thing going on here. I wonder if my XML. I did change it to 4. So anyway, but yeah, that's pretty much what's going on here. And you can walk on top of this one. Is it 4 though? It just might not be working. I'm trying to make it so that it hardens 4 blocks, like, a 4x4 grid. So every one loose block you have. Let's see, is it this one? Let's see what happens. This should harden to. Now, let me just see what it actually happens. Again, this is a test, so it's supposed to be ugly. Okay, that flowed. Hasn't hardened yet. That one hardened. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe I should have it harden the block below it. That makes the most sense. No. It needs to harden and the block below it needs to harden now. Because in a pool, I wouldn't want it to raise up like that. Why are these blocks still showing? I don't have any idea. Oh, because they're hardening from over here. At the same time, I don't really want it to raise like that either. Let's see. It's only 1 block high. So it starts off and then squishes and then it hardens. So it is hardening correctly. And then Microsplat, of course, it's doing its thing and ruining my life. Okay, that did harden eventually. Cool. So the idea being you have a pool that the exposed lava hardens on. Whether or not it works, I guess we could find out in a few minutes. Let's see how this looks afterwards. So if I place a block, well, if I place water, it does what water does. I wish the lava would do that, but I can't use those same features without taking on the water texture. So it's either I get the texture or I get the features. I don't get to have both. I do have a liquid flow though. Let's see. Let's see what that does. So that flows even better, but then you have those weird issues with the terrain where it doesn't show the sides, and it's supposed to, I think. I don't know. It's all such difficult logic. I mean, this looks kind of cool. Oh yeah, let's see what this looks like. I mean, this looks pretty good, except for this hole right here. But I think just increasing the grid size of what hardens should cover that. So maybe I'll go to 5 by 5 and see what happens next game. But yeah, it's kind of what I'm dealing with. Let's go check out that volcano. Yeah, this could be interesting. I could theoretically make a separate lava block that stays liquid no matter what, or maybe it could stay liquid on depth, like if more than, you know what, I think that actually might already be coded in. Where's my fucking hole at? Alright, that's not what I want. What's my fucking, there it is. Alright, so what if I built 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So this says cool depth is 3. So if I fill this, is this the right one? Yeah. This should never harden because this says this should only harden if it's 3 blocks deep. So I'll come back to that and check that in a minute. But yeah, it's some interesting stuff happening. I kind of really like to play with is more of this stuff because I liked it when I could shoot it and it just sort of flowed out. I thought that was kind of cool. But I just wish it didn't look so fucking blocky and janky. Hopefully shaders can solve that and we can fix the other issues. Like I know we can fix the side issue because, well, it's already fixed in another version of this. Where's my holes? Still not hard. Didn't I have holes here before? Didn't I make a puddle? Well, hopefully that's not indicative of some sort of issue. Didn't I just make a whole one of these things? Maybe I'm in the wrong place. I have to check. Maybe I was over here? I don't know. All I know is if this hole fills up, then that's another bug. And it hardens and should stay like that. Except for that corner there and that corner there. Check again here. It's still liquid, so all good there. So it spills out completely though, which is kind of weird, but that's just a weird behavior of it. That should have sides. Ugh. I still got my hole here. Oh, I know what I did. I left the chunk and let it come back. And I was playing around here for a little bit. Let me do that. Whee! That's good enough time. And then I came back to this chunk. That's still there and my hole's still there, so. Yeah, I don't know what happened. Maybe my hole was here and here. I don't know. All I know is this hardened and I got something happening there. Oh, you can see. There was a little lava there. I can hear it. So it's just some sort of rendering issue we need to fix. Okay, it's still in there. 3 blocks high. And that filled again. That is so weird. But then again, water in this game is so fucking weird anyway. And these are cases that would not happen naturally because I have no intention of allowing water to allow it to be craftable or anything. This is purely for cosmetics. I may have you do some sort of quest to, I don't know, like a special lava capture you can use and bring the lava back to a smithy to, I don't know, do something along those lines. But that would be an item thing and not a visual thing, so I'm really not too worried about that. But yeah, it's kind of cool. Swimming around the lava. Go back to the volcano. All those changes I made were still there. So the chunks are not resetting. God, looks kind of cool. I need to fix the flow. But yeah, lava's looking not too shabby as a biome, and as you know, because a lot of the tests I'm doing aren't going to happen in game. That's something I would need to fix though. So, you know, that kind of ugly stuff. Like I don't even know what's going on there. Let's see. Like if you just naturally came across this, that'd be pretty fucking ugly. So I needed to not look like that. Honestly, you should just have that harden instantly or something. Yeah, if top block is not air, but other blocks are instantly hardened. Okay. Top face, not. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Our air. I think that's some good logic there. That would instantly turn that into a terrain block, which I think would look kind of cool actually. Because if I do the terrain, where's mine at? There it is. I think it looks cooler anyway. Can't really get in there because there's a water block there. But you get the idea. You'd come across that or something similar to that. Yeah, you'd come across that instead of that, and I think that looks better. Yeah, that's a good idea. All right, cool. I'm back over here. This is my volcano, so it's basically right about here. Still got my hole. I wonder where those other 2 holes went. That's weird. Still got my flow. What happens if I shoot it? I can see the lava down there. I shoot it, probably goes away. No. Yep. Okay. Flows out more. I'm definitely in lava. Yeah, like again, none of that shit's gonna happen in a real game. Yeah, I think coming along pretty well.